Hello guys, and welcome to some more preview content for the upcoming WARNO DLC NORTHAG. And I'm going to start with the 16DE Pantserdivision, the Belgian one. I will go along the dev diary, so this was covered in the first dev diary for the NORTHAG DLC. Please bear in mind that everything is work in progress. It's a mechanized division, and it's got some Luxembourg troops as well. So let's take a look at it, and let's take a look at the slots that you get first. So logistics decent, 3 1-point slots, that's good. Then you get cheap infantry slots. The last slot is quite expensive. Artillery, 4 very affordable slots. Tank, some slots, but you don't get the greatest of tanks. This division has like a mix of some newer units like the Gepard and also lots of old stuff, including some World War II howitzers like the M1 81mm. And yeah, you get some Recon, including a drone. Recon slots rather cheap, so that's good. AA, decent slots, but the units are nothing to write home about. They included like a helicopter detachment in this alternative storyline for World War III, and then some Mirage and F-16 planes, but slot-wise 4 planes, and then it gets expensive. Alright then, let's go through the units. Here you get some Belgian trucks for supplies, and you get the Sultan that you already know from 2nd Panzergren that already featured some Belgian units. And then you get an AIF V, which is kind of like a new tool in WARNO, but at the in the timeline it's also a new tool. Really cool infantry fighting vehicle. You get the Iltis, new looks. The the Luxembourgian units are forward deployable, most of them. And so, because they are airborne, so you can actually forward deploy this, which is pretty neat. And you get the Dépôt de Munitions. Infantry, you get medium machine guns and also heavy machine guns. You can see, oh, I misclicked. You can see, you can bring them in this AIF-B. This variant only has a heavy machine gun. You can bring them in this armored personnel carrier as well here, or in the cheap Iltis. For speed, you get a Prévôt, or Prévôté, that's your military police. It's now Belgian military police. You get Belgian reservists. You do have an AT rocket launcher, so actually not too shabby, 9-man. You get a pioneer leader. You get pioneers with the shock trait and the recoilless rifle, and you get pioneers with the satchel charges, and they can actually come, and pioneers flam with the incendiary rocket launcher, and they can actually come in an AMX, but it only has a medium machine gun. It's a bit better armored, yeah, but less damage, so need to consider what's worth more to you. Same price, less road speed, so yeah, really depends. And then here you get your Luxembourgian troops. They come in a Humvee. And yeah, you can forward deploy them. So that's pretty cool. Heavy machine gun, American supplied. Then you get Mech Fusiliers leader. They've got the IFV infantry capability. And you get the Mech Fusiliers, and they've got the better variant here. It's 20 points more, but you get an autocannon. And yeah, I think it's probably worth it. You'll be able to fight helicopters better. Here's armor, and so on. You've got smoke. This one does have smoke as well, though. So that's your Mech Fusiliers. That's basically your backbone of your infantry with a really bad anti-rocket launcher. 7-man strong, also not too great, but 40 points. And here you get a variant with a recoilless rifle. That's actually better than the law. 7-man only as well, and in the shitty variant only. You get some Milan, and they can come in the Milan APC as well. And then you get a better Milan, but this vehicle only has the Milan 1, and while they have the Milan 2. And then you get some more Luxembourg troops, you get a commander, and Fusiliers, 8-man strong. Yeah, I think that's something you want to bring. Artillery, you get 81mm mortars, 107mm mortars. Then you get different 81mm mortars. Let's check the difference. Yeah, the range is much better on these newer models compared to the World War II model. Other than that, it's the same, but because, and this is a Luxembourgian one, so it's also forward deployable. You only get 4 units on the card, and it's more expensive. Yeah, so you need to consider what you want to do. This Luxembourg unit is not forward deployable, it's your heavier artillery. Yeah, you can airlift it though, if you have a helicopter for that. And you get some American M109A2s. They're really expensive, but for counter battery maybe it's an option. Or to take out key support units. Tank tab, Iltis 2 Milan. It's new in this kind of like Belgian variant, but it's not a new unit as such. Like a rescan, one of those rescans. There are new units and also rescans, and that makes up more than 400 units that will come in this massive DLC. So, according to the dev diary, these outdated tanks have some like Belgian-made optics and stuff to make them a little bit better. And this is just 60 points and 13 damage. It's nothing to write home about, but still the range is okay-ish. For 65 points, maybe not too bad. You get the striker that you already know from 2nd Panzerdivision. You get a Luxembourgian Humvee with a tow 2. I think that's pretty neat. You get a Leopard 1 command tank. You get Leopards 1 BE. So if you compare them, they are the same. One is a leader, one is not, and obviously different availability and price. Then you get a Leopard 1A5 in the Belgian variant, hence the BE. And then you get the normal variant as well. Recon tab. You get this. This looks a bit like the, I've forgotten the name. I think the German one. But you get a heavy machine gun, which is nice. No GSR, so it's just exceptional. Well, exceptional is the best you can get anyway, I think. So it's not too bad. You get an Alouette. You get the Éclaireur, already known. And they can even come in a Spartan, which ain't too bad. So you have another recon option, or in an Iltis, or in an Alouette. You get the Éclaireurs with a recoilless rifle, basically. Is that a recoilless rifle? Well, it's definitely a blindy seat. Anti-tank rocket launcher, yeah. And but they come in an Unimog. Then you get some Belgian more elite troops. Get your snipers. They have sniper, special forces, and airborne. Can come in an Iltis that can fight, so actually not too bad. Speed 90 kilometers off-road. This one only 65, not too shabby. And then you get the ESR, GVP, 6-man strong, 4 weapon slots, so AT capabilities, sniper rifle, They do have GSR, so ground surveillance radar, and then they get +1 optics if they don't move, so they go up to exceptional. So this is pretty cool, and they can hold on as well. Unfortunately, they are not. No, they are. I just couldn't see it here. I think the icon is missing, but that's not a problem. They are forward deployable, very much forward deployable, and that I think is a really cool feature. And then you can put them on hold fire, and then if they get attacked, they can defend themselves against pretty much everything. In particular, if you put them into a house. Scorpion, already known, as is the Scimitar. Not too great. Neither of them. You get forward deployable éclaireur. It's like Recon troops. That's the Luxembourg dudes. And battle rifle AT. I think that's pretty nice. You can even bring them in a Humvee that can fight as well, or scout. And then you get a drone. It's really cool that now that it moves outside the graphics. So a cool drone, UAV, 4 on the card. AA, you get this truck. Yeah, 12.7mm. Nothing to write home about. Not armored, nothing. You get 2 cards of Gepards. That's quite nice. Obviously, against long-range aircraft, it's not too great. And it's radar, so you need to micro. And then VADS, the Vulcan cannon here. We have some Vulcan units already. Different name. And then you get Mistral AA. So AA really like a weak spot, in my opinion, as is the helicopter tab. But you do get some AT options here. What's the difference between them? Other than the 10 points and the availability? It's the rate of fire. Yeah, so rate of fire is better on the second one, the more expensive one. Indicates the rate of fire of a weapon, so it fires faster. Okay, air tab. Lots of mirages. Okay, the rocket option, 155 points, 30% ECM, not too shabby. And you get unguided bombs, 4 times 400 kilogram. Then you get napalm, 4 times 250 kilogram, 2 planes each on those mirages. And then you get a mirage cluster with 12 penetration, but bear in mind you get side shots and so on. Then you get a F-16 AA plane. The range obviously is pretty bad compared to MiGs, and it's only 20% ECM. Somehow I feel the Pact side has the edge with AA planes. Then you get the F-16A cluster bomber, and you get this one Mirsip, and you get unguided bombs on that and some air-to-air missiles as well. Not all. Yeah, those cluster ones get that as well. So 450 kilogram bombs. Apparently that's quite decent. It's more expensive than this HE bomber. Obviously 5 points more. It's got a little bit more oomph to its unguided bombs. Other than that, no difference. If you just go for one, just go for the one with the more oomph, I'd say. It's just 5 points. I think it's probably worth it. The better suppression and the better damage. Yeah, so an interesting division. I think that the you need to play a little bit aggressively with your tanks. And infantry seems interesting with the IFVs. You get some cool options here. And I need to go for a favorite unit now for the screenshot. I think I will go... It's a bit difficult because there's nothing that stands out too much. I think I will go with one of the Belgian, with one of the Luxembourgian units maybe. Well, this one is actually quite nice. I think I go with these dudes. I think they will be useful. I take them for the screenshot now at least. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Until then, bye for now.